One of the things I get to do as a Strip for Power coach is I get to do locker room power coaching sessions. I get to go into the locker rooms of the strip club of my choice in whichever town I happen to be traveling into. And I go back there and I get to do like a mastermind power coaching session with any girls that want to receive my words of wisdom. And we get to talk about what's going on in their world, what's going on in their industry, and what's going on in their city. Now, recently I just went down to one of the local clubs here in San Diego, and this local club recently lost their liquor license, and they're turning now into an all-nude club serving no alcohol. The girls are really worried and they're really scared. It's bringing up a lot of fear and uncertainty on what's going to happen to that club, what's going to happen to them, what's going to happen to their clientele, which in the end, what's going to happen to their income or their money. In these locker room power coaching sessions, we were able to devise master plans of what they should do. I was able to gain 2 new clients into my Strip for Power program, and those clients are now working one-on-one with me, and I'm giving them valuable information on how to maximize their stripper cash. One of the tricks I've been teaching the girls is to also work in the club locally and to also work in Vegas. And I'm about to give you some information that only is geared for my private clients. And here it is. It's 4 tips on how to get to Vegas. So the first thing you need to know about Vegas is that you need a dancer license. And you go and get this dancer license at the sheriff's station in Vegas. And the way you get this dancer license is you have to audition at a strip club. And when you audition at a strip club and they said, yes, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, we want you to work, they give you a piece of paper. That piece of paper is your golden ticket to get to the sheriff's card that you need. So go to Vegas, audition at a club, and get the piece of paper to get the sheriff's card. Now here's a little secret that I did, and I know it's really going to help you too. The secret is don't audition at the top clubs if you don't have your sheriff's card already. Just audition at some of the smaller clubs, the ones who might need beautiful girls just like you. And if you audition there and get this paper, they will be more than happy to give it to you and you can go and get the card. Once you have that sheriff's card, it's the golden ticket to any club. Now, you will have to audition to the higher end clubs, but at least you now have your dancer permit in Vegas, and that's your first step. So here's the second step to working in Vegas. Along with your sheriff's card to dance in Vegas, you also need a business license. Now, most strip clubs are helpful with you on this. You can ask management how to get your business license. Sometimes they have in-house people that can help you get your business license. And don't be afraid of this whatsoever. This is just actually creating a tax shelter for you by registering your business in Vegas. So you'll have 2 things now registered in Vegas, your sheriff's card and a business tax license. And those are the 2 key things you need to start working in Las Vegas. So some of you that are listening to this video already might have a little fear and apprehension because maybe in the city you work in, you don't need to get a sheriff's card or a business license to be a stripper. Well, in Vegas you do, and I want you to know one thing. This will not follow you, meaning it will not go on any kind of background check. And I know this for a fact because I have my dancer permit card in Vegas and a business license out there to strip many years ago. And I did a massive background check from 2 of the biggest corporations in the world, and they never found it. And they will not find this on your background whatsoever. It's just merely a license and your ticket to gold. So step number 3 is how to get to Vegas. Now, a lot of girls here in San Diego, Vegas is only an hour flight or a 5 to 6 hour drive. Same with LA. So LA is about a 5-hour drive, but some girls come from all over the country. So know that when you do book your flight, there's going to be a lot of other women just like you doing the same thing with the same purpose, going to Vegas to strip for power. So you can fly. I highly recommend finding a really nice, inexpensive airlines, booking 2 weeks out in advance. You can probably get a ticket for a couple $100s. They have a lot of specials. Or you can carpool. I currently have a Strip for Power team of girls that works here in San Diego, and they also all carpool together to go out to Vegas. And those are all my clients. They go out to Vegas and carpool, and they also share hotel rooms. So that helps with the fear and the anxiety and nervousness of actually going out to Vegas by yourself, because it is a really big city and sometimes this industry is lonely. So it's really good to team up with girls just like you and head out to this grand mission of making your gold in Vegas. Okay girls, so here's the fourth and final tip of Vegas and how to do it. And it is where to stay in Vegas. Now, I'm not going to be your concierge and tell you which hotel's best, but I highly recommend staying in a hotel that has room service. Don't go low budget and do a motel with no room service for $19 a night. That's just, low pro. You are a professional. Treat yourself like a professional. Get a decent room. You can get a decent room for 25 bucks in Vegas, 50 bucks in Vegas. Share the room maybe with another girlfriend. Make sure the place has room service so you can take hot bubble baths when you're done with your shift, and you can maybe order yourself up a hamburger or a steak or whatever your favorite food is before you go back into the club. Another thing that you want to make sure that you know is to find out where the hotel is in relation to the strip club that you want to work at. I've had some girls actually stay too far away from the strip clubs, and they've spent money like $25 to $30 each way on a cab. Well, that buys into your money that you're making. That's 60 bucks a day just for cabs plus your house fees, and you want to cut all those costs down. So go to Google, map out where your hotel is according to where your club is if you are going to take a cab. If you don't take a cab and you're able to rent a car or bring your own car, that's awesome too. And you don't have to be so concerned about how far away the hotel and the strip club are, because now you have your own ride, which is great. So if you have your own ride and maybe you carpooled with a bunch of girlfriends, so therefore you guys can shuttle back and forth to the strip club and work, and have some boundaries and agreements in place to maybe when you're going to go to work. Maybe you'll do the 9 to 6 a.m. shift, and when you're going to get off work. So that way you guys are riding together and kind of in agreement on when you're going to work and not work. So girls, those are the 4 tips on how to do Vegas and make your money. And let me recap on those 4 tips. Number 1, you got to get your sheriff's card. It's really easy and it's good for 5 years. That's 5 years. That's awesome. To get that sheriff's card, you need to get that piece of paper from the club. They'll hand that to you saying that they're hiring you. So just audition anywhere and then work your way up to the top clubs. Number 3 is how to get there. Take a plane, check on airfares, drive out, or carpool with a posse of girls like my Strip for Power posse is doing. They're driving out from San Diego to Vegas twice a month. And number 4 is where to stay. It's really important where you stay. You want to pamper yourself. You want to make sure you have a really decent hotel room. Don't go too crazy and spend a whole bunch of money, but just make sure you have a nice bed with the ability to take a bubble bath and order some food. Because when you get to Vegas, you are going to make a lot of money. A lot of money. And I know that's what you're all about, is you're all about making money, doubling your stripper cash, and stripping for power. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to share with you more free information on how to double your money and create more fun in your life. Enter your contact information on this webpage right away.